The U.S. reacting to North Korea reportedly opening the door to negotiations. According to South Korean officials, President Kim Jong-un says his country is willing to begin talks with the United States on giving up its nuclear weapons. President Trump greeting the report with some healthy skepticism.
We have come certainly a long way, at least rhetorically, with North Korea. These are the cards we were dealt. We're handling it properly. And again, as I said, hopefully we'll go in the very, very peaceful, beautiful path. We're prepared to go whichever path is necessary. One way or the other, we have to do something.
And for more on this, let's turn to Bruce Bechtol, political science professor at Angelo State University. Nice to see you this morning, Bruce.
Hello, it's great to be back on FBN AM.
Well, thanks for being here. Let's start with this. It is widely known among experts on North Korea and widely expected that North Korea and that Kim Jong-un will never give up his quest to have nuclear weapons that can hit the United States. So what is his play in making this overture?
Well, I think this may be deja vu all over again. And obviously the president has said he's skeptically watching this, hoping that it'll work out well. But I'm sure he's been told the same thing that I'm about to tell you, which is, back in 2007, we had a deal with the North Koreans. They were going to dismantle, not freeze their nuclear program. And I even wrote in my book back in 2007 that it was doomed to fail, and it failed exactly as I thought it would. That is to say, when the North Koreans actually had to verify that they were dismantling their program, they found a way to walk away from the talks. And then in 2008, the talks fell apart completely, and a few months later, they popped a nuke during the Obama administration. So I think this time it's very important that we actually have them transparently, under inspection, dismantle their nuclear weapons before we, the United States and our allies, make any of our confidence-building moves.
And that's a big question, whether or not the North would allow inspectors to come in and do that kind of verification in such a closed-off country. But I want to ask this, what might the U.S. play be here? North Korea has said that it might hold off on doing further weapons tests. So would a potential strategy for the United States be to get into these negotiations and slow roll them to slow the development of ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons in North Korea?
Well, I think that's certainly part of a good strategy. Several things we need to make sure that we're still doing. In other words, what we need to be maintaining is our sanctions against North Korea and sanction-like activities, such as the Treasury Department's Patriot Act Section 311. We also need to continue to maintain high readiness and maintenance of our forces that are protecting our allies, South Korea. So in other words, we don't want to stop doing exercises with our allies in South Korea. Now, this may be something that the North Koreans will ask for. In other words, I think there's no doubt that when we do start talking to them, they're going to demand that some of the things we do in order for them to dismantle their weapons, if that's what they say they'll do, will be to stop doing exercises with our South Korean allies and to lift the sanctions that are currently on them. So I think it's very important that we're very careful to make sure we see them make transparent, confidence-building measures before we take such major moves like that.
Well, you mentioned the U.S. exercise, Full Eagle, for example, is supposed to be coming up in the spring. And usually we hear a lot of saber rattling from Kim Jong-un when those exercises come up. Usually we hear demands that they not happen. We're not hearing that right now. I want to ask you this. If the U.S. were to come to the negotiation table, you've mentioned some of the thoughts that might come up from the North. Do you think the North might try to make demands that the U.S. move its troops out of the Korean Peninsula?
I absolutely think that that is very likely as an eventuality. North Korea's #1 goal is unification or domination of the Korean Peninsula. And the only way that they can do that is by moving U.S. troops off the peninsula because of all the great things we bring to the alliance to protect our allies and deter the North Koreans from attacking. So I think that if that doesn't come up right away, it's eventually going to come up. In other words, if they dismantle their nuclear weapons and then they say, but if you want us to dismantle our ballistic missiles too, then you're going to have to set a timeline for moving U.S. troops off the peninsula.
And that's something that's something that the U.S. military would probably consider to just really not be an option. But thank you so much for your insight this morning, Bruce Bechtol. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.